We have often heard this word redeem. What does it really mean? When we look into the dictionary, you will find that the word redeem says to save, to restore, or to take something out. And what is to take something on, to restore, or to buy over? What are we looking at? It can be a situation, it can be persons. In ancient times, in the eastern region, that is Asia Minor as well as in Southeast Asia, there is this saying that goes, when I save your life, you owe a life debt to me. It is strongly practiced, especially in the Chinese culture. When someone saves someone's life, the person who is saved is forever indebted to the other person. And only the one who saves has the right to release the person or grant the person freedom. And when we look into the Asian aspect of life, like in Israel, in all these Asia Minor regions, even Greece and all that, we will find that what they have in common is the human market. The human market. When families go bankrupt because of business or some misfortune, the captors will bring these people out in public and display them. And then they will start a trade, bargaining. Those who want to buy them pay so much in order to redeem the debt that they owe. And those who have bought them, they are the masters forever. And they redeem them. And when they decide to run away from their masters, what is done to them is that they are caught and they are sentenced to death. And the death can vary in many ways. Sometimes they are burnt alive, sometimes they are hung, sometimes they are devoured. You hang them and then you rip them from their neck bottom all the way down and let their entrails all hang out. That's the kind of suffering or punishment they have. The others is their arms and their legs are torn apart from their body with the use of horses. They're tied to the horses and the horses go in different directions. And so you find their legs and arms all ripped apart. That's the kind of punishment that is brought upon those who run away from slavery. There is no escape. There is no escape when someone buys you over in the human culture. But today Jesus talks about a different form of redemption. A redemption based on freedom. In the first reading from the second book of Chronicles, which is a very boring and very obscure book, you ask most Catholics, have you heard of Chronicles? They'll say they won't know, but a Protestant will know very well. These are the historical books in the Bible, and it is written towards the later days of Israel. They call them the historians of the twilight, the end of the days of Israel, when Israel is going to go into captivity, or rather Judah, the southern kingdom. And the historians are calling to light over and over again. From time memorial, when Israel was redeemed from Egypt, God has always bought them for His own people. And His buying them from slavery was based on freedom, not in any kind of condition. And perhaps because this buying of them was based on the freedom of love, it was never really appreciated. Because they had the freedom in them to abuse that love. Like you and me today, we abuse God's love when we turn away from the life of righteousness into wallowing a life of sinfulness. Because we take for granted that God is always patient with us, God will always redeem us. So redemption is taken for granted and not appreciated with a sincere and loving heart. And so we find ourselves today wallowing in darkness and wallowing in sin. This is the kind of refusal that Jesus talks about in his teaching of love to Nicodemus. Though the light has come among men, they chose to prefer to dwell in darkness. Because they are so thick in sin, the awareness of sin is gone in their life. It's like eating and drinking every day. That they have no consciousness of what they do and how they live. But those who have been tempered in the love of God, everything speaks out to them. The suffering of another is their own suffering. It is what we call today entering into the life of another. That is what the real meaning of compassion is all about. Doling out and feeling pity, that's a different issue. But to have compassion is to enter into the shoes of another, to feel what the other feels, and to journey into the same brokenness the other feels. And because of that, because of what we can feel for the other, we bring redemption to them. And this redemption is out of love by our own action. Setting the person free, restoring the dignity of the individual, and gaining the self-respect of the other, to take one's own life and make it worthwhile again. Today, Paul tells Ephesians, you were slaves to your master once, and your life had no purpose. But because you have entered into the life of Christ, you find yourselves redeemed, made whole, with a sense of dignity, with a sense of self-respect. And seeing that dignity and the self-respect, now you bring that same self-respect and dignity for others who live in darkness. You become the source of the strength for them to come out of their own lives, out of their darkness into the light of God. We are journeying in Lent, you and I, dear friends. For these past 4 days, or for these past 4 weeks, coming up the 4th week, what is our journey been? Is it a progression from darkness to light? Or is it just a progression that we see ourselves wallowing in our own mystical form of faith? Faith is not about convenience. Faith is about conviction. And the road of conviction sometimes leads us to places we don't want to go, or we do not challenge ourselves to go. If your faith and my faith is not challenged today, then our faith is nothing. It is just an icon. It is just a memory. When we look at Good Friday and we recall His passion is here now, in the breaking of the bread and the blessing of the cup. And this same breaking of the bread and blessing of the cup is in the life of some orphan child wandering the streets with no food. Is in a family where parents have no job and a mother is dying of cancer. And there's 3 other children growing without food, without clothing. That is His passion is taking place. His death and resurrection had already occurred in history, but He lives on forever in the human history of our lives every day. And if we are not able to see that today as we approach towards Easter, then we must ask, what faith are we living? We can become very comfortable with our pious practices. Good, I'm not condemning it. But our faith challenges us to go beyond that. Our way of the cross, our rosaries, our garlanding of statues should be the garlanding of human dignity, human respect, human self-worth. And if we can't see that self-worth and the self-respect in others, it is simply because we lack that same self-respect and self-worth in our lives. That is why we can just turn away from the suffering of others. We are not creatures in isolation. We are symbiotic creatures. What happens in the world affects me because I am part and parcel of the world. The church is not out of the world, the church is in the world. And if today the church has become very cooperative, always thinking of bringing in money, how to make money, how to squeeze the neck of others and make them pay. Somebody once asked me, what is the definition of the church? I don't know what it was. I don't know what it is today, but in the past it was something else. They asked me, what is it today? It's P-O-P. What is POP? Pray, obey and pay. Yet you have done your duty to the church. There is no sense of mission. There is no sense of vision. What is our vision? What is our mission today? If we are sitting comfortably and talking about vision and mission, then our vision and mission has already died a long time ago. In our own neighborhoods, our eyes open. God loved the world. He didn't love the Christians. He loved the world and He sent His Son into that world. They are Buddhists, Muslims, Hindus, whatever religion they can belong to. They are all children of God. And if you and I today are Catholics, it's because we are sent on a mission. As the apostles were sent on a mission to bring light and truth into the life of others. Are we the apostolic church today? Is that what our ministry is all about? The various ministries that we have today, is it apostolic in nature or is it cooperative in nature? What kind of ministry today we endow in our lives or we find ourselves in the various ministries? Is it a ministry that takes us out to the people who are in need most? I'm very happy to share to you today, a family followed Jean-Jean and myself as we visited a Myanmarese family. 4 families living in a house with 4 rooms. We live in a house, for one house for a family. There are 4 families living each in a single room. And some of them have got no food. The children have no clothing, no education. They're living every day. And it doesn't strike us because we are not there to see this reality. The reality of His passion, death and resurrection taking place in the lives of these people. In the hospice center, where a woman lies half paralyzed, all gone. And a man dying and his wife is just beside him, looking every day to see him die little by little before her very eyes. There's passion and death that's taking place, and resurrection. To what ends, to what purpose, I don't know. But we see the change taking place in the life when we visit them, offer them some kind of hope. They can see themselves rise in their dignity, in their self-respect. They don't want our pity, they want our understanding, and they want our compassion. They want us to tell their story to others, that their eyes may be opened to an injustice that has been done in their lives. That is the love today that God calls us to be redeemed into. God loved the world so much, He gave His Son. Every fall He took on the road to Calvary, He kept you and me in His heart. And so He found the challenge to get up and walk again until He made the perfect sacrifice to the Father. In your life, my life, is faith today our convenience? When I pick and choose, I follow what I want? Or is it an act of conviction? I'm convinced this is where I must go. This is my purpose in life. This is the road I am called to walk. And walk to the end. Walk to the end. Fall I may be. Countless times I will fall. But with God's grace and God's love alone, and the love for others burning brightly, I find the strength to carry and walk forward. Is that what you and I are saying today, every day of our Christian witness? Amen.